Be sure to buy your copy of Before the Badge, everything you need to know before you become a cop. Available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and wordsmatterpublishing.com. All right, so about a year ago, I put this video up on Instagram. No, if this is the way that law enforcement is headed, you guys are fucking doomed. Listen, I am sexist, and I am a hypocrite when it comes down to females in law enforcement, and there's a lot of the odds stacked against them and the problems out there that are just fucking horrible for women. This is making it so much fucking worse. There is no difference between this and an OnlyFans. Bad criminals on the street see women cops, they're not going to take them seriously. This is the kind of shit that is doing such detriment to law enforcement across the board, because not only are women faced with serious challenges, but now you're sexualizing them, you're objectifying them. You fucking know damn well that not only does command staff really not take females seriously, fucking their brothers in blue don't, and the guys and gals you deal on the street are not going to either. You're going to tell me that this little 115-pound broad is going to do this dance and she's going to be able to put me in fucking handcuffs if I resist? Not a chance in hell. So now, after doing all of her TikTok aerobics and shit, she's going to have to call up backup, and the whole cavalry is going to have to arrive and fucking save her ass. This shit is the detriment and cancer to law enforcement. You guys want to keep doing this shit? Fantastic. But the problem is, you evolve, you think you're evolved to serving the publics. Criminals don't fucking evolve. Criminal behavior is still what they're going to do, and they're still going to fucking resist, and they're still going to fight, and they're still going to go ahead and try to take one of you guys out. This does not only for female cops, it does for law enforcement across the board. This is not it, guys. This shit is going to get you guys seriously hurt or worse. And then today, this was the reply I got. I just noticed that you attempted to destroy my character. I apologize for being late to this. When my agency asks me to do something positive, I do it. I am loyal to my profession, and that I have been for the last 14 years. Again, sorry I don't look like it. You are disconnected and outdated with your opinions. While I do respect your opinion, you do not know my history as in law enforcement and other successes under my belt. This was on my own time and as a favor to our community relations unit. You belittling me on a public platform without knowing me or asking questions is embarrassing. You should be ashamed that you would tear down a fellow law enforcement officer without knowing that the backstory is. Is this how you handled victims in your career? Did you just look at one piece of evidence without the whole picture and attempt a prosecutable case? You are truly a shameful and tarnished. You truly shameful and tarnished the badge. I wish you a happy holiday. What a gentleman. I'm gonna tell you flat out what I said. Number one, I didn't attempt to sit there and destroy your character. You did it on your own. You apologize for being late. When your agency asks you to do something, you're going to do it. Kid, you'll learn in 14 years. You got some ways to go. You're going to be their number one target soon. Happens all the fucking time to the best of us on the department. When we're golden boy or girl, we always find ourselves with that big crosshair on our back. But what are you going to do? Good luck when your brothers and sisters in blue alienate you too, no matter how much you did on this one. While you respect my opinion, no, you don't. It's a favor to your community relations unit. Don't you think, I'm not belittling you. Go back and listen to what I said. What I said was that your job is tough enough as fucking is. You think you, little girl, can take me into custody by yourself? You think you're going to stop me and that shit on your belt, your pistol, your OC spray, your taser, your baton? You think you're going to get to it by the time somebody like me sits and goes from 0 to red and decides to put you in a position where you have to use defensive tactics? You can't. You can't. I've worked with people like you. I've worked with both men and women like you. What you're doing is you're making it harder on yourself and other females in law enforcement who are trying to be taken seriously on the job. But let's look at your own Instagram. You are a non-stop thirst trap of law enforcement. This is law enforcement? You got to go from batting your blue eyes to now this is law enforcement? You expect me to see this shit on your Instagram and then get pulled over by you? And I'm going to take you seriously as you're lip syncing to the camera? You're a wife first and a Jesus follower. I'm going to look at this little girl who's in her bikini and a biker helmet. I'm going to go through all of your stuff. You are looking for attention. And I'm telling you the truth, because apparently Your brothers in blue and your command staff doesn't have the balls to tell you. You may be sworn in as a cop. You may be fantastic with verbal issues to talk to people, relate to people. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to take that one intoxicated, drugged up, out of their mind person who's had the shittiest fucking day, a guy who has had maybe somebody, when it went through something with his girlfriend, and now all of a sudden you're going to come in and flex your authority on the job and expect him to do what he's going to have to do. He's going to snap, and it's going to be a war that the men you work with are going to have to clean up. I'm sorry. I've been supporting women in law enforcement for a long time, but I don't know, and I'm done trying to explain this. If you can't see that you are hurting yourself and the other women that you work with by doing something as fucking goofy as putting shit up like this and dancing in front of a squad car, your stuff is nonstop me. Now, don't get me wrong. Mine is too. I am a narcissist. I'm very well aware of that. But how can anybody go ahead and send me a DM defending your shit when you know damn well I'm right in the first place? There was no hate in what I said. What I said was meant to protect your ass, to be taken seriously. I don't take you seriously as a cop. I don't. And the only reason I would take you seriously if you stop me is because I know that little radio on your shoulder is the fastest way to get an army of people there to clean up the mess you fucking stirred up with your mouth. A lot of you women cops, you're fucking 100 pounds of body, 500 pounds of mouth, and you know it. Doesn't mean there's not shit guy cops out there. So I don't care. You think I'm a very jealous, unqualified, sick man? No. I'm somebody who did the profession with integrity. I'm somebody who paid the ultimate price in the fucking profession with integrity. I'm somebody who fought for the rights of other cops to wind up doing this job righteously. And I don't know what the fuck you did. And to be honest, after your message and after your dance, I don't give a fuck. Be safe, guys.